I love my parents. My father was raised Muslim, and my mother was raised Catholic, which makes me a Buddhist. It was all a matter of choice, really. My last name is Obeid, which is Arabic for little slave of God. Why can't it be little slave of hot chick? I mean, if I had to choose a god to be my slave master, I'm going to choose the friendliest looking guy. Buddha. I love the Buddha because he's a real American. He's totally obese and totally okay with it. Feel free to applause throughout the night. I actually studied at the Buddhist capital of the world, also known as UC Berkeley's Arts and Humanities Department. I asked my Jewish friend the other day, I said, hey man, what do you like most about being Jewish? He said, I never thought about it before. I said, just give me something off the top of your head. So he gave me his yarmulke. Just kidding. He sold it to me. Now, I just like sharing, it's sharing is caring. You don't even have to be a religious freak now to claim that the end of the world is coming. I've got a friend who's like, the Mayans predicted that civilization is going to end in 2012. I'm like, yeah, and their civilization ended in 1606. I don't think what the fuck they're talking about. It's like every time I tell a girl I'm going to last all night. I'm not a prophet. This is your man. Everybody give it up loud for the atheist of the tour, Mr. Keith Lowell Simpson!
They come up to me and they ask if they can pray for me, and I'm like, that's fine. It's actually really nice that you would even ask. It's very respectful, and I don't mind. Praying for me is like a positive thing, and it's thoughtful. And besides, I talk about you behind your back to real life actual people, so it's okay. I'm good with that. How about Hindus? Any Hindus here today? Yes, enthusiastic Hindus. Don't worry, I'll pick on you guys too. Our Hindu was trying to explain to me that anything could be a god. And the example he used was even this car we're in, he was driving. So that kind of scared me. and I hope he doesn't mind me outing him, but he's not a good Hindu. He prays many times a day, but we got to him. America got to him, and he eats hamburgers, right? So we're in his God Prius, and we pull in, and we get some Burger King, and then we're on the freeway, and I look over at him eating a hamburger, driving a car that could be his God, and I'm thinking, this is the most surreal experience of my life. The man next to me is driving God while eating God, Crazy. But I knew the show was coming up, and I wanted to know more about Hindus, so I called tech support. A lot of people complain about tech support going to India, but I like it because now my computer actually works, But every once in a while you call and it gets rerouted to Texas. Take my advice, just hang the fuck up. You need an Indian. I'm like, hey, I got a broken computer and a white guy. I don't need another white guy, okay? What's missing is an Indian. I need a fucking Indian. What's the white guy on the other end going to do? He's going to call the Indian. Just give me the fucking Indian.
The Jewish special guest of the evening. You may have seen him on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Everybody give it up loud for Mr. Brian Mallow!
Actually, that neighborhood in Houston I grew up in, Meyerland. I know, they might as well just call it fucking Jewville. Meyerland, Goldstein, Birdland. Meyerland is where I actually grew up. And I grew up with a lot of Jewish friends, and then as we grew older, a lot of us, we didn't care enough about this. But a couple of my best friends, I'd say like 3 of my oldest friends, all hooked up with non-Jewish girls and got them to convert to Judaism. So we're kind of like the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. And in fact, my friend Billy, I went to the conversion ceremony for his wife Lori, and she had been a Catholic. And she became a Jew, and I was there at the ceremony, and we were in fact talking about it. And at the ceremony, there was going to be a ceremony and then a reception, and Lori thought it would be cool to have a cake that said, "Welcome to the tribe." and we're like, yeah, that's really great. Turns out the woman who was doing the catering does a lot of catering at synagogues and stuff, and she said, no, you can't put "Welcome to the tribe" on a cake. And she said it was offensive. So now if you tell me and Billy welcome to the tribe is offensive. All we could do was try to think of shit to write on a cake that would actually be offensive. So we're like, goodbye Jesus, hello Moses, things right? Welcome to the tribe. No more white bread, no more mayo. Something. First we kill your savior, then we steal your women. That would be. And we have to be a big cake too. Welcome to the tribe.
You've seen him on Showtime's Comics Without Borders. Everybody give it up loud for your headliner, the Hindu of the troupe, Mr. Tapan Trivedi.
And they say things like, they say, oh, Tapan, convert to Christianity, you'll be a born-again Christian. I'm like, we cannot believe in reincarnation, We invented this being born-again shit. You are trying to sell a watered-down version of my own religion back to me. That doesn't work for me. But every time you see the Israeli-Palestinian conflict on there, it's always the same thing. Like the Israelis are going into the small Palestinian towns with their huge tanks, which we gave, we being the US, this is American Tapan speaking, which we gave it to them, and the Palestinians don't have anything, so they're fucking throwing rocks at them. Like, ah! Okay, it's more like, ah! And the Israelis use their huge tanks and level their houses to ground, which just creates more rocks to be thrown right back at them. All the Palestinian people throwing rocks at your enemies is completely futile unless and until they're coming at you with scissors.